Well, look at you, Mr. or Mrs. Big Time. You're a financial advisor doing radio and or TV in your market. Maybe you've even gotten a podcast. The leads are flowing and life is great. However, Mr. or Mrs. Big Time, there's still something you're missing. You're not getting the most out of your media because you're not maximizing your exposure. I'm Alex House, and these are my house rules for repurposing your radio and TV segments. Few mediums are like radio and TV. They allow you to reach a staggering amount of people with significant ease. Even as more and more people cut the cord to go with streaming services or rely on Spotify or Pandora for their music and podcasts, radio and TV still move the needle. At any moment, thousands of people are still in their car listening to the radio or watching local television. For our advisors, there is no lead generating resource quite like media. With that said, the value of radio and TV can go far beyond your given time slot on your local affiliate. There's a huge opportunity to repurpose that content utilizing what may be the only thing rivaling TV and radio in terms of reach, and that's the internet. YouTube and social media platforms are gold mines for taking the content that aired, let's say your 30-minute show at 10 a.m. on CBS Sunday mornings, clipping it down to shorter, more digestible and clickable bites, and reposting it onto your professional Facebook page or Instagram. There's a couple different ways to do this, and it can vary depending on what your actual content is. Let's start with an idea for your TV segment. So you shot a 2-minute spot that aired at 6 p.m. during the evening news. Got 5 leads, 3 of which became appointments, 2 became clients. Pretty good rate of return. It also tells us that whatever you talked about, Social Security, pensions, whatever, struck a chord with those who saw it. Meaning, if more people saw it, more people will reach out. Don't waste great content. Take that clip and post it to your Facebook page with a line briefly stating what you're talking about. If it's why somebody entering retirement needs a fiduciary, write something like, "Working with a fiduciary matters, especially if you're approaching retirement." This is also something to consider if you're an advisor doing television in a smaller market. Obviously, in a big market like Atlanta or DC, more eyes are seeing your segments because there's just more eyes. But let's say you're in Lubbock, Texas. Market number 141 of about 210 markets. It's just simple math. Not as many people are seeing those shows. But here's what you can do. Take that 2-minute spot, make it vertical, add captions, and post to your Instagram. Again, the content is already done and created. And in this case, especially if you're doing media with impact, it looks crisp and professional. Maybe somebody in a different market close by, let's say Amarillo, sees it and wants to know more. You've just expanded your market reach and didn't need to buy time with a different station. Let's move the podcast. You know the thing your neighbor down the street does in his garage? More and more financial advisors are also doing them, which means the space is starting to get pretty crowded. Taking content from your podcast and finding new avenues for it is key, and it can work really well if you do a video podcast. If you're looking for a way to repurpose your radio, try using the audio as a sort of time filler before your dinner seminars and workshops. All you need to do is find your best segment, one that generated the most calls, take that segment, marry it to some sort of visual to have on the screen in the room. As the people file in, they can hear you talking and sounding like a professional financial advisor on a real radio station. Pro tip: add movement to your video components. When our creative team puts these pre-seminar segments together for advisors, they'll add moving waveforms to the stagnant image, just to make the media look a little bit more dynamic. There's one other platform that can be a great home for your repurposed radio and TV content, and that's YouTube. According to our research, YouTube is the #1 social media platform for ages 55 plus. That's your demo. They're going for entertainment. They're going to learn, and they're looking for you. All of this material makes for a great opportunity to create your own YouTube channel filled with content created by you. Having 3 TV clips and 4 podcast episodes can be a great way to build out your YouTube library and help you stick to a posting schedule. Sprinkle in some original content shot in your office, and now you've got a fully functioning YouTube presence for people to go to when they want to learn more about retirement and you. Remember, Being on radio and TV is still a big deal, so make it one. Take that professional content and post it where more people can see it. It won't necessarily lead to more calls and appointments, but it will definitely strengthen your brand. I touched on a few other house rules in this. The best way to stay up on those, as well as the latest house rules, is to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You might just learn something.